Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. So today in this video, we're going to go through how many ad groups you should have per Google Ads campaign and how many keywords should be in those ad groups. What's the right move, what's the wrong move. There is some guidelines you should follow. I'm going to go through those with you in the next couple minutes. So let's hop over to my computer and we'll get started. The number one thing that I see auditing dozens of accounts every couple weeks is the same thing. It's people don't know how to structure ad groups correctly. So there's a right way to do it and there's a wrong way to do it. So if you log into your Google Ads dashboard, you come under your campaign, and this one we have an example here. It's a dumpster rental company. They got about 7 ad groups. So not a big campaign, right? This is a small campaign. The more we have campaigns that have 45 to 75 ad groups. Okay, so it really depends on the niche you're in and what your services you're offering. Obviously, if you're a plumber and you have 15 different services, you want an ad group for each one of those services. And now let's say in that ad group you are serving 20 different locations. You want geo ad groups for all of your main services for those locations. It can get crazy really fast, and that's how you can have a lot of ad groups. So what you need to do is think about it this way. An ad group is a fishing net, and you're throwing it out in your local market. You're fishing for people to come, and you're bringing them into the net as leads into your business. Then you sell them as customers. So the more fishing nets you have, the better you're going to do. However, if you build your fishing net wrong, aka use the wrong keywords, you're going to have holes in it, and it's not going to work, and leads are going to fall through, and you're not going to get anything. So if you don't do the right keywords along with the right ad groups, you got problems. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you how to fix that right now. The biggest piece where people screw this up is they'll create a campaign, it'll have 1 or 2 or 3 ad groups, and they'll have a bunch of random keywords clumped into the ad groups. So let's use a roofing company as an example here. They'll have a roofing campaign, it'll have ad group 1, ad group 2. Inside ad group 1 will be a dozen or so keywords: roofing repair, roof shingles, roof replacement, stuff like that. All right, ad group 2 will be, roofer in Philadelphia, and then it'll be a bunch of random Philadelphia roof keywords. The keywords are not high intent. Ad groups are not structured correctly. So the key here is to have ultra relevancy. All the keywords for roof shingle repair should be in a roof shingle repair ad group, and that's the only keywords that should be in that ad group. Okay, so we can speak to that in the ads. That's how you're going to get higher quality scores and lower cost per clicks. Now, that said, how many keywords do you actually need to have in an ad group? Let's get into that, and I'll kind of give you my best practices on running this in literally thousands of different Google Ads campaigns. So now that we've covered how to correctly structure your ad groups, how many ad groups do you need? And the answer is not one or this or that. It's as many as it takes. Okay, as I said, I have campaigns that have 7 ad groups. I have campaigns that have 75. Add as many as you can from the start. That's what I'll give you best advice wise. As many as you can, toss as many fishing nets as possible out there. Now, how many keywords should you have inside each ad group? The best practice is between 20 and 25, usually 20 and 30, honestly. So between 20 and 30, as long as you keep them tightly relevant. Okay? So here's an example. In my ad group, Dumpster Rental Akron, I'm going to have only keywords about renting a dumpster in Akron. Akron will be in every single keyword. I'm going to mention Akron in the ad inside this ad group. So my message match is tightly themed all the way through the customer journey. That's how you want to structure the stuff. And the same goes for dumpster rental in Canton. I'm going to have only Canton type dumpster rental keywords in this ad group, and I'm going to talk about Canton in the ads. Dumpster rental, I'm going to have generic dumpster rental keywords in here. I'm not going to have roll-off keywords in my dumpster rental ad group. I'm going to have roll-off in their own ad group. See what I'm doing here? So you're breaking that off. Now, you might be wondering, well, what if I have more than 25 or 30 keywords that are relevant for an ad group? Great question. Then you add them in the campaign into the ad group you want. Okay? It doesn't matter. As long as they are tightly themed, add them. So here's an example again. If I had 100 keywords for roll-off dumpster rentals, like 100, just think of like 150, 100 different variations of the word roll-off dumpster rentals. Okay? I would put them all in this ad group, and I would just match type them. That's what I would do. And that's what you should do as well. If you build your ad groups correctly with the right keywords, and you're talking about the keywords in your ads for what the ad is about, and increasing that relevancy to be hyper relevant, you're going to have a really high converting Google Ads campaign. Guys, there is no magic to this, okay? It's just straight up strategy. Build your ad groups like this and you can win. So recap, here are 3 things you need to avoid. Number 1, overcrowding your ad groups with too many keywords and just putting too much stuff in there that's going to dilute the relevancy of the ad group and the message you're trying to get across. Number 2, underutilizing keywords. Only having 3 or 4 keywords in an ad group. You want to make sure that you have as many as possible to cover what you need to cover as long as you keep relevancy in play. Number 3, and probably the most important, is relevancy of the keywords, okay? You want to make sure that you're only putting relevant keywords in the correct relevant ad groups and talking about those keywords in the ads. So you want your ad groups, keywords, and ads to have perfect alignment, okay, with the theme of your ad group. The next video I want you guys to go watch is about to pop up right here any second. It's how to craft killer Google Ads headlines, descriptions, ad assets, any type of text using ChatGPT. There's a special way to do this, okay? And I give you the prompt. It does not work without the prompt. I'm going to give you the prompt in the video, so make sure that you go watch that and let me know what you guys think in the comments.